everyone. Welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. For those of you that are tuning into the channel for the first time, my name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, visionary, and all kinds of stuff. This is more for the regulars that come back time and time again, month after month, year after year now. Pretty soon, anyway. Anniversary is coming up, May 10th, I think it is, for the channel. Anyways, this is more for the regulars. For those of you that are members of the group on Facebook, you already know all this pretty much. But for the people that aren't part of the group, because that's where I'm highly visible, is in that group. I'm in there every day, several times a day. But the channel is just for the readings only. But I've been sick with pancreatitis, and it's been a long ass haul for me getting through it. I'm just coming through the last legs of it now. Now I'm in, kind of started today. I'm in recoup mode, you know. I'm recuperating now from it. And I need to catch my breath from it because it's a painful condition to have. I get it about twice a year now. I have for the last 4 years, so I think it's pretty shot. But it's a deadly disease condition. I won't say disease, but you have a disease, pancreas, yes, but the condition itself, it's very painful. You get very, very sick. 99.9% of the time, people are hospitalized for it. I get it twice a year. I have for 4 years, and I've been had blood work done twice. I don't need to have it done again and again to know I have pancreatitis, because you get familiar with it and the symptoms. So, anyways, I've been pretty sick. And for the monthlies for April, in regards to the readings, that's what this is all about. In regards to the monthly and mid-monthly readings, I did miss the mid-monthly here for April, and I am sorry. I really believed, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 days ago that I was going to be ready to do the mid-monthlies, and that's not what's happened. I'm just feeling really tired now after coming through all of that, and I went through it here alone at home. And it was not easy, and I had a couple of close calls where I got pretty weak, and I was ready to call for a bus to come get me. So that's a medic term for ambulance. They call the medics call them buses. They don't call them ambulances. My son's a medic, so I tend to get that lingo from him. Hey, Tim. Anyways, what was my point here? See, I'm tired. I should be in bed, really, right now. But I've been in bed so much. I've spent the last 2 weeks in bed, sleeping and sleeping. But what happened was, yeah, for the Aprils, I did, you know, it's a marathon of readings that a reader goes on to get her monthlies in her mid-month, whenever she does her readings, or he does her readings. And it feels like a marathon, because you're doing 12 videos and you're doing them back to back and you're trying to get them out. And it takes me more than 1 day to do it. My readings aren't 9 and 10 minutes long. Those that can keep it that tight, I admire them, really. To say a lot with it, because, you know, I haven't watched any of the other readers. I must confess, in about 6 or 7 months, I've been too busy. I can't even watch my own sign with my favorite readers. And some of them run as long as I do, and some of them not. But I admire those that can keep it under 10 minutes. They can pretty much probably get those 12 off in 1 day. Mine's 2 to 3 days long. I have to commit to it. I still have a house to run. I still have to take care of myself. I have 2 pets to look. I have a life. Running a channel, to be serious about it and committed to it, takes 80% of your time. In the run of a week, it's taken up a good, never mind working 40-hour weeks. This turns into more like 80 hours. And that's even being on the modest side. Because for me, doing a general reading, they run 20 minutes to half an hour long. And anything over 20 minutes takes 2.5 hours to upload onto YouTube. So if they're running half an hour, we're looking at a 3-hour upload per reading. That doesn't include the time you spent on the reading or prepping for the reading before it went on. You've got to refresh my smudge. I've got to refresh myself. I've got to refresh my cards. I've got to refresh all my gems, my stuff. There's a whole ritual that I go through, and then I haven't even shuffled yet. And it goes on, and it goes. So you're talking, just for one general reading, you're talking 4 to 5 hours put into that, and it hijacks your system. So everything slows down. Like, yeah, I can maneuver around. I can go into Facebook. But there's a noticeable difference. You see everything. So when I do a private reading, and it's only once in a while, they last 45 minutes if it's Celtic Cross. Normally Celtic Cross will go 1 hour or better. And I throw a couple of other things into the reading that the client isn't expecting. So I try to give you, the person getting the personal reading, really more than your money's worth. And just now that I mentioned that, and not that it's bothering me, because I really don't care what people think. I really don't. But if I had to compare myself, now a couple people, this has only happened maybe 3 times, where people write out on, the comment section, your prices are too high or something. Really? Like, I'm blown away by that, because, the more reputable readers that are on YouTube, the good ones, the ones that have like 60, 70, 80, 100,000 viewers and up, or subscribers, I should say, not viewers, subscribers, it's a whole different thing. They charge anywhere from $99 to $100 for 30-minute reading, a personal reading. Mine go on sometimes for 2 hours. There's a lot involved sometimes. $50 Canadian, 55 American, because of the service charges through PayPal. They charge half of what a lot of them out there charge, and I'm not trying to undersell them. I just figure it's worth that, but I give you more than $50 worth, believe you me. Because when your reading's done, it's always an hour to 15 minutes to an hour and a half. That's the norm. I'm not saying that's the time. So if you get a reading from me tomorrow or whenever, and it isn't an hour and a half long, don't come back at me about that. I'm just giving rough. To me, a reading is what it is. I've always believed this. You cannot put a time limit on it. That's just me. You cannot put a time limit on it. The mysterious deep readings, they're I say 20 minutes, minimum, whatever. And they usually run 45 minutes easily. Some of them run an hour long. So there you go. And other ones don't run that long. But I'm just saying, for those of you who complain about the price, and if you come to my home, it's longer. And I don't do live readings ever. And that's for that reason. Because people, and I get why they do that. I understand it. I don't blame anybody for it. But they ask a lot of questions. And something that should take 45 minutes to do stretches into 2.5, 3 hours long. To be blunt, because people can't shut up. Like, just the way it is. But I understand that. I'd be the same way getting a reading. I'd have 1,000 questions I'd want to ask the reader. So I get that, but I don't do it for that reason, because I only charge $50. You want a live reading, phone, Skype, whatever, I triple. It goes to $150, because I'm not putting myself, because my time for me is nil to none. That's probably why I got sick, because I did a marathon of readings, as I started to say, 12 of them back to back. I didn't mean this one to even go on this long. We're 8 minutes now. I'm sorry about that. And then I had, and I don't know why this happens, when I get halfway through my monthly readings and I go there, I've got only 6 more to do. Private readings start to come in every time. The personal readings, I start getting slammed before I've done the month's readings yet. And it happens every month. And this month was even more. The channel has grown by leaps and bounds in the last month and a half, which is wonderful. Hey, everybody, thank you. I was getting really overwhelmed. I hadn't come up for air in between doing those 12, going right into the private. So I'm making a new rule for myself. And the rule is going to be this. When I finish doing the monthlies and I get them published, I'm taking 3 days hiatus. Boom. Every month I'm doing that. 3 days off before I start to do private readings. You can go ahead and book them before that if you want. I can't tell you exactly what day you're going to get your reading. I tried to get them out in 48 hours, and that's not what's been happening. I've been sick, and I've got a slew of them all waiting on the sidelines that have been waiting very patiently for me to get better so I can do the reading. And I honor my gifts, my God-given gifts, for you religious freaks. My God-given gifts, and they are. I was born with them. I've been this way since I was 3 years old, young enough to know. I have memories of being 3, very clear, very sharp. And these are God-given gifts, and I honor them. I will not do them if I'm sick. I will not do readings if I'm tired. I will not do readings if I get into a funk, and we all get them. I'm human. I still live on the planet Earth. You know, I have a normal life like everybody else. We all have gifts. I'm just one of these people that I brought them out and I acknowledge them and I use them and I live by them. It's a lifestyle. It's not just a belief. It's not a tradition. It's a lifestyle is what it becomes. People come into my home and I'll have rock music playing on the radio, you know, and I'll be making tea and we're chatting up a storm and everybody says it when they come in. They say, you feel the spirituality in this house. You feel it. People come here, they get calm, and they calm down, they relax, and they're never in a hurry to leave. Hey, Michelle. Just naming certain people. I could name a slew of people, but that's the way it is. I honor what I have most humbly. I don't think I'm special. I don't think I'm different. I think I'm a little more enlightened than some people are. I'll admit to that. You know, I look around and I go, you know, people one-on-one, they're really good, they're great. I talk to people from all over the world. This job is fantastic. This is a job to me is fantastic that way. I meet people from all over the world, and I've learned one lesson. You've heard me say this before, you regulars. We are more alike than we are different, I can tell you that. The same problems go on within marriages, couples, family relationships. Doesn't matter where you're from in the world or what your background is or what your tradition is. And when it comes down to the core of everything, we're all the same. Every one of us have learned that. Like I'm shaking because I believe in it that much. And yes, I believe there's a creator. I have my own personal views on all of that too, for you religious freaks. And I know where I'm going. When I shed this skin, I know where I'm going. There's no doubt, not a doubt in my mind. I've done all my suffering here on earth, and I still continue to suffer, and I will to the day I die, just like everybody else does. But anyways, as far as the readings go, I'm going to be taking 3 days off at the beginning of every April. If you want a reading like ASAP, it's not going to happen within the first 3 days of any month. So what's coming up is May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I'm dead to you all. I'm not answering emails. You can... You know, some people are really, really like, I would have loved this in the beginning of doing this channel. But some people now, they pay me first. I get that. And then I get their email saying, who, you know, a day later say who they are, you know, and give me their questions and their information and whatnot. And that's wonderful. But because you paid ahead of time, yes, you're first come, first serve. Those that pay are first come, first serve. Absolutely 100% all of the time. And paid readings come before free readings or anything like that. Always. Paid readings are given priority. These people are important to me, and I try to remain so with them. So having said that, I'm just saying now, I am my goal. I have private readings waiting. Any of you want a refund, I'd be happy to give it to you. I have learned, I've only done one refund, and I've done it recently. And it's 7 days, and she still doesn't have her money, although PayPal is showing it's been paid. And now they're in dispute with the bank, and I'm real sorry about that, Sunny. And it's kind of out of my hands, I feel. But if you paid by Canadian e-transfer, and Americans, you can only pay e-transfer within your own country. It doesn't cross borders. So any e-transfer I get, they're all Canadian e-transfers. That's immediate. I can refund your money back, whatever. Some of you might be doing me a favor right now to ask for refunds. But all of you that are waiting, like I can't believe how patient you've been. And honest to goodness, when I sent out emails saying that I'd only be 3 more days, give me 3, I really meant it at the time. I really did. I thought I would be fine. And what was happening was I'd feel great for an hour or two. And I'd say, wow, I feel pretty good, but I felt very weak. I'm still weak. It really takes a lot out of a person. That's an organ your body has to have to live, and if it gets sick, you get real sick with it. Everything gets sick. But the people that have been waiting, you have no idea how much I do appreciate you waiting, because I'm hungry to do the readings. I miss doing the readings. I miss doing the channel. I miss Facebook. I miss everybody in the group a lot. Now, this has gone into 15 minutes, and you know what? It's going to take about 2 hours to frickin' upload. I'm going to stop for now. I'm going to wish you all to keep the peace in so that you can share that love out. And I forgot to plug my microphone in, so if you guys can't hear me, I'm sorry about that. There's nothing I can do. If you're on a laptop and you don't have exterior speakers that are hooked into your laptop, you're probably going to have problems hearing. When you get speakers for your laptop like I do, the world of difference. You'd say, how did I ever survive without these speakers? How did I ever hear anything? Do that. People on cell phones, I don't know what to tell you. I don't even own one because they don't work in my house. I live in a dead zone and they don't work here. So, I mean, people can text here, but they can't take phone calls, which is weird. I have a landline and there's a good reason why. But anyways, that's all I have to say. I just want to let everybody know. The first 3 months, the days of every month is going to be dead. People that are waiting for your personals, I'm hoping to get to you this weekend. We are Wednesday night now. It is 10:57 p.m. It is Wednesday night here in Chance Harbor, New Brunswick, in Canada. Very quiet. There's no surf out there tonight. It's slowly sliding in or out. I'm not sure. Last night was wild. All day was wild. It was great. If I had something to show you, I'd take you outside to show you, but there's nothing. But when I look out now at night, it's complete total darkness out there other than my deck lights are on. That's it. There's 2 pinpoints of light across the cove, and there are no street lights. There are no nothing. There's no boats out there. There's no nothing at this time of night, this time of the year. It's very quiet. Only the ghosts from the graveyard walk the beach in weather like this, at times days like this, at night. They're out there. I know they are. And they're around me. Some are around me, and I know that. You viewers have seen them. It's funny because I'll look back and you'll timestamp it. Natalie, look here. I see somebody, a man beside you, whatever. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Other people see it. I don't see it. But anyways, I could tell all kinds of stories about stuff that people see on camera that I never get to see. Fairies, sprites, all kinds of things like that. Native Americans, indigenous peoples. I got to tell you this one before I go. It's just a quick little story. And the story goes, there are 4 different viewers from different parts of the world over the last couple of years. And they all spotted the same things, and they spotted them at different times. 6 months ago by, and somebody else would say, Natalie, I seen. And I've come to conclude since then, what I have that stay with close by me are a young blonde woman, and she is modern day, and I do know her family, which surprised me that she's here, but she's here a lot. The other 3 were 2 indigenous Native American women, or in the old day they call them Indians. And there is 1 male, and he is a shaman, and he is a chief as well. He wears the full headdress, and these are the ones that surround me. I have my family of crows that keeps growing by leaps and bounds. I had company today, and they seen them in action going after an eagle, putting the run to an eagle. They're fascinating to have around, and I believe they help protect me as much as they can as well. Anyway, 4 people seen those indigenous peoples around me from 4 different parts of the world at 4 different times over the last couple of years. That's how I know these things are close by, and I feel at times, and strange things happen. Some very strange, and I'm not going to even start with that because I could talk for another hour, and it's been almost 20 minutes, we're 18. I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thanks a lot for giving me your time again. I'm going to try to get back into the personal readings for this weekend, and try to get them all caught up. I do about 3 to 4 a day. That's my limit. I can't do any more because they're so long. That's 6 to 8 hours. Just readings. That doesn't include all the upload, the 2-hour ones. The ones that are close to 2 hours, they're 12 hours upload time. That's not including the 2 hours on top of. That's 14 hours for $50, people. Yeah. Anyway, if I was wealthy, I would probably still read cards, but I would do them for free. Put it that way. I don't like charging, but it's the way. It's the nature of the beast, and I have to keep a roof over my head. So anyway, peace in everybody. Share that love and light out whenever you can, whenever you think about it. if you can't make that all the time. Goodbye for now.